right now on 5 on Your Side at 10.
Tonight, free family outings, the fun you can have with your family that won't cost you a dime.
Beneficial rain is on the way, when the chances of showers and storms are highest, and how much dry time we expect for the weekend.
But first tonight, the Attorney General reveals St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner is in nursing school.
Obtaining a nursing degree is not one of her official duties. Prosecuting criminals is.
Why he says it's illegal. Tonight, Andrew Bailey is renewing his call for Kim Gardner to step down. Good evening, I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. Bailey says Gardner is neglecting her duties as the city's top prosecutor with her enrollment in a graduate program at St. Louis University. 5 on Your Side's Laura Barczewski joins us with the latest developments on this allegation. Laura.
Mike and Ann, Attorney General Andrew Bailey says despite Gardner's attempts to get the Quo Warranto case thrown out, it's still moving forward with a new judge. And today his office submitted more subpoenas to get evidence on the latest claim connected to her nursing school classes. According to St. Louis University's website, St. Louis Circuit Attorney Kim Gardner is enrolled as a nursing student. A spokesperson from her office also confirmed it in a statement saying, quote, she continues to stay current with classes at St. Louis University to add to her training and advance her mission at the Circuit Attorney's office. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey says this goes against Missouri statutes.
She's breaking the law by willfully refusing to discharge her official obligations. Going to nursing school is not one of her official obligations, and she's missing court and failing to discharge her official duties, at least in part because she's doing other things.
The statement from Gardner's office goes on to say any suggestion that she is not fully committed to her duties as circuit attorney is blatantly false.
And what's happening today, I have a law license, I have a nursing license, I'm a funeral director. What they're doing is they want to make sure they ruin me, so this is the night ride, so each and every one of y'all see. Never run for office, never be in this position and do the right thing, because they'll take you out like Kim Gardner. But guess what? You can't take me out. 5 on Your Side trial analyst Scott Rosenblum says with the caseload they have, he doesn't see how she would have time for that.
One of the prosecutors that didn't go on record said that certainly explains her non-availability and her lack of involvement. And I certainly think it does. I mean, being a sitting prosecutor is more than a full-time job. And to go to nursing school full-time is baffling, to say the least.
The number of people with a law license in her office continues to drop every day. It's now down to 20.
Well, I think it's more significant the number of prosecutors handling serious felonies and homicides. I think, I think it's down to almost none. And I understand that she gave a rather fiery speech over the weekend that said she's not going anywhere. Even if she's the only one, well, she just may get her wish.
One of her assistant circuit attorneys, known as Cy, is the last remaining prosecutor left handling several hundred violent felony crimes in Gardner's office. According to online court documents, Judge Thomas Chapman is the new judge appointed to oversee the case trying to remove Gardner from office, which still has a scheduled trial date of September 25th.
Breaking news tonight. Multiple sources confirm with 5 on Your Side. The person killed in a fiery crash on I-270 in South County worked in the St. Louis Circuit Attorney's office. He has been identified as Assistant Circuit Attorney James Heitman. Another person was injured in that crash, and their condition is not known. The southbound lanes of 270 just south of Tesson Ferry just reopened within the hour. It has been a violent day in St. Louis. Tonight, police are investigating 2 separate deadly shootings.
A man shot and killed in the middle of the afternoon in the Central West End, and then 3 hours later, a woman shot to death inside the parking garage of the Marriott St. Louis Grand Hotel downtown. Robert Townsend is tracking the gun violence and joins us live from outside that hotel.
Mike and Ann, tonight we're still trying to learn more about both of those deadly shootings. What is clear is that neighbors and community leaders have had enough of the gun violence that just won't stop. In mid-afternoon, as a woman walked with a child and people stood at a bus stop in the Central West End, St. Louis police investigated a deadly shooting. Witnesses told police shortly before 4 this afternoon, someone shot a man several times in his chest at the intersection of Laclede and Taylor Avenues. The man later died at a hospital. The shooting happened around the corner from Jesus Acevedo's home.
I was walking across Forest Park, and then I saw one guy who tried to jump the fence over there.
5 on Your Side was there when police handcuffed and arrested that guy, put him on a stretcher and in an ambulance. We're blurring his face because right now he has not been charged.
After the guy jumped, the police was able to grab him and prevent the guy from running away, I guess.
Police also took another man into custody. That was the city's 48th homicide so far this year. 3 hours later, the 49th homicide happened near 9th and Washington Avenue downtown. Police found a woman suffering from several gunshot wounds inside a parking garage at the Marriott St. Louis Grand Hotel. She died a short time later.
You expect to be someone safe.
The sad reality is that the conversation is the same.
James Clark, the Urban League's vice president of public safety, says for years their crime-fighting teams have de-escalated conflicts before they turn deadly. The official start of summer is more than a month away, and Clark's concerns are growing.
If we're not able to do what we know works and bring it to scale, then we should expect the homicide numbers to continue to rise.
And tonight, police still haven't told us anything about motives or arrests in either of those shootings. Live downtown, Robert Townsend, 5 on Your Side.
Tonight, a juvenile and a man are in police custody in connection to the shooting death of a 15-year-old boy in Alton. The teen was shot in the chest on Maxey Street yesterday afternoon. He later died at the hospital. Investigators say the juvenile pulled the trigger. He's facing several charges, including involuntary manslaughter. Marquin Knight has been charged with unlawful possession of a stolen firearm.
Tonight, we're hearing more harrowing stories of survival from drivers involved in that deadly pileup on I-55 in central Illinois that killed 7 people. The crashes were caused by a blinding dust storm. Today, drivers were able to pick up their cars that were left on the highway. A woman from Minneapolis tells us a semi hit the car behind her, and she had just seconds to run for safety.
When I tried to get out of my car, I couldn't. And I finally opened the door, and I heard guys shouting next to me, "Get out of here, she's going to blow." And a semi, probably 20 yards from me, exploded.
State police are still working to confirm the identities of some of those killed in Monday's crash. 37 others were hurt.
Tonight, big changes coming to Metrolink in the wake of recent gun violence, including a deadly shooting this past weekend. Bi-State Development has bought 2 metal detectors, and they will rotate randomly across stations in both Missouri and Illinois.
We can move in a random, equitable fashion, covering different locations at various times of day to scan for potential firearms. We will have a scanning team that will be complemented by a law enforcement officer.
Bi-State also spending more money on officers to protect platforms. The agency spending up to $750,000 in overtime to pay for more police over the summer. Tonight, a push in Jefferson City to allow people to carry guns on public transportation advanced through a Senate committee. House Bill 282 would also allow concealed firearms in places of worship. It does not apply, though, to Amtrak trains. The bill also lowers the age from 19 to 18 to seek a concealed carry permit. It also removes a 5-year ban on people who pleaded guilty to violent misdemeanor offenses. Tonight, large crowds gathered in Sunset Hills for the grand opening of a new Bass Pro Shop.
It is the destination retailer's 3rd location in the St. Louis region. The store located on South Lindbergh near Watson closed about an hour ago. Our Brent Solomon was there when the doors opened and joins us live. Quite the party, Brent.
You can say that again, and we're at the new location, which, by the way, is at the same place where the old Toys R Us was. Shoppers tell me they've been waiting for this moment for quite some time, and this evening they showed it.
Give me an R!
Have you ever seen a welcome like this?
What's that spell?
If you didn't know better, you'd think this was a party.
I couldn't wait for it to open. I've been watching it being built for months upon months.
Excitement, energy, and everything an outdoor sports and recreation fan can dream of.
Welcome the Bass Pro Shop.
This is the most fabulous place you'll ever shop. It has everything from dog stuff to hunting to fishing to clothes. I'm thrilled.
I'm going to probably go buy a boat.
Crowds began showing up ahead of the big reveal. There was even an outdoor concert of sorts in front of the store. One of the artists, country and pop musician Chris Jansen. Even some celebrity guests on hand, including Whitey Herzog and the man who started it all.
Founder and CEO, Johnny Morris. In the first 13 years we were in business, was in my dad's liquor store, and the whole store wasn't as big as the lobby of this store. And how'd that happen? It happened because of passion of so many wonderful people.
That passion evident by all of the shoppers who just had to be here on opening day.
Oh, everybody here probably that is here hunts and fishes. And it's just, again, you're with people that like to hunt and fish. And, you know, everybody talks about this lure, that lure, whatever, how to catch this bass and all that. And, yeah, it's just a great time with people that love what they do.
This is the best that ever happened to Sunset Hills.
All right, back alive now. Bass Pro, by the way, has a history of supporting conservation efforts. Tonight, they made good on that reputation by donating 10% of sales on opening night to conservation groups right here in our area. And a fun fact, in case you didn't know, the very first Bass Pro Shop in the nation opened right here in Missouri, in Springfield. We're live tonight in Sunset Hills. Brent Solomon, back to you.
Legalizing sports betting in the Show Me State. Tonight, the odds are against it.
We think it's a winning issue in Missouri.
Now the St. Louis Cardinals want to take a swing at it. Exploring St. Louis treasures.
I think it's a great idea. It's free for the community.
Tonight, we're helping parents make ends meet. The family fun that's free.
Next week looks quite warm, more like Memorial Day. That also means the potential for showers and thunderstorms. We're tracking this next system out to our west as we head toward the weekend.
Tonight, the man accused of shooting 5 people at an Atlanta hospital is in police custody, ending an hours-long manhunt. Investigators say Dion Patterson opened fire in a waiting room. 1 woman died, 4 others were seriously injured. Patterson was captured after an undercover officer spotted him earlier tonight. Police have not yet released a motive.
Tonight, we're learning more about the gruesome discovery of 7 bodies in Oklahoma. Investigators say a convicted sex offender shot his wife, her 3 children, and 2 of their friends in the head before killing himself. Jesse McFadden served 17 years in prison for raping a 17-year-old. The killings happened on the same day he was to stand trial for soliciting naked images from another teen. Tonight, the younger brother of Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes is out of jail after posting a $100,000 bond. Just a few hours ago, Jackson Mahomes walked out of jail in Olathe, Kansas. The 22-year-old social media influencer was arrested this morning on 3 felony charges of aggravated sexual battery.
Tonight, the clock is running out on an effort to legalize sports betting in Missouri. A bill in the state Senate has stalled. Now, the Cardinals are backing the bill. It could generate more revenue for the franchise and engagement with younger fans. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, sat down with Cardinals President Bill DeWitt III today.
We think it's a winning issue in Missouri. We know we have the votes in the House because it already passed, and we know we have the votes in the Senate based on our discussions in the Senate. We have 1 senator standing in the way who can filibuster it, and that's Denny Hoskins. That's why this is so frustrating.
We offered Hoskins an interview, but he did not respond. If the Senate doesn't legalize sports betting, DeWitt says the Cardinals are exploring a push to put that question to voters on the 2024 ballot. Well, you can own a piece of the Chesterfield Mall. A 2-day liquidation sale is taking place this weekend. Our partners at the St. Louis Business Journal report it's part of the mall's planned demolition and redevelopment. Among the items for sale, office furniture, clothing racks, shelving, jewelry display cases, benches, and trash cans. The sale is Saturday and Sunday from 10 till 4 in the former Macy's store. Well, like everything, the price for a day of fun with your family has gone up.
Everything's gone up. Now, in the spirit of day trips and saving money, the St. Louis County Library is offering outings that won't cost a dime. Michelle Lee tags along on one family's trip in tonight's Making Ends Meet.
All right, you guys ready to get the goats?
The Triver family is on an afternoon adventure.
Give them good food. Good job. My family and I love going outside, and we're very involved in the library. So when we saw the program, I thought it was a great opportunity to get the boys out and read books about each place we go to.
Explore a Story is an interactive experience put together by the St. Louis County Library.
Say hi, Donkey.
It offers families the chance to visit 8 different sites.
There's all kinds of locations. There's 8 of them that we've kind of chosen, like various parks and things. And you can go to these places, read a couple of books that we've selected, and explore the county.
The Trivers are visiting Suisun Park.
Here, go be the fisherman.
Where 6-year-old Easton and 3-year-old Layton are all smiles.
And go find the horses.
And Mom and Dad are happy too. Explore a Story visits are free.
Yeah, we always are financial conscious when we decide things to do. So anything like this is our first go-to.
The whole program is done through an app. If you don't feel comfortable with using the app, then you can grab a little program bill at any branch and just check those off on your passport.
Families who visit 4 Explore a Story sites will be entered in a raffle for a St. Louis Union Station Attractions gift card.
One family will win the card at the end, but there's a lot to gain just from the experience itself of exploring these stories.
Okay, put your hand under.
A trip where 2 handfuls of goat food will cost 50 cents.
Oh my goodness.
And the smiles on these faces, priceless.
I think it's a great idea. It's free for the community. Get your kids educated and learning about different things in the environment.
For Making Ends Meet, Michelle Lee, 5 on your side.
For a list of the Explore a Story locations, you can visit this story on KSTK.com. You have until the end of May to fill up your passport to be entered in for that gift card raffle.
Well, it was a beautiful day today. Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell joins us now with the weather first forecast. I guess this kind of weather is not going to continue, Scott.
You know, we got a really nice day today. A good chunk of tomorrow is really nice, but unlike today, where we saw the beautiful clear skies just about all day long, this is from Chesterfield this afternoon. Tomorrow, clouds are going to be on the increase, so we will see an increase in cloud cover as moisture from the west starts to work in here, but also working in here, finally, some above average temperatures that may last for more than a day or two. Next week looks like it's going to be rather warm. Our transition getting there, though, may be a little bit bumpy here heading into Friday and Saturday. Skies mainly clear at this moment. 58 degrees in town. Some of the outlying areas a little bit cooler because we have calm wind and the dew point temperatures, the air very dry. That dew point's 33. 70 for the high today. 43 was our early morning low. The wind only gusted to 27 miles per hour in St. Louis today. Much, much better. Overnight, some of the outlying areas, especially in these low cold spots southwest of St. Louis, may very well drop into the upper 30s. But this ought to be the coldest time we see for a while because the whole pattern is just shifting. And what's been out to our west with this unsettled weather is finally going to start to move our way. But with the unsettled weather and the chances for showers and thunderstorms increasing here as we head into Friday, we also start to bring the warmer air back in over the weekend and into next week. We should have a pretty good afternoon tomorrow. It's definitely dry during the day. Clouds are on the increase. There's a breeze out of the south, but it's still not as gusty as what we saw the past few days. Heading into tomorrow night, the clouds will continue to thicken. We'll watch as showers and maybe a few thunderstorms develop as we head towards daybreak on Friday. Friday morning, a weather alert morning because of the potential that we will be looking at rain, fairly widespread at times during the rush hour over a good chunk of the region. But then it scatters out, it looks like, as we head through the day with just a few showers and thunderstorms possible into Friday night. And then we work our way into the weekend with a bit of a warming trend as temperatures climb back into the 80s by Sunday, and rainfall chances after Saturday morning seem fairly limited. Heaviest rain likely to be just to the south and southwest of our area. St. Louis is probably looking at somewhere between a half and a quarter of an inch of rain, a little lesser as you go farther north, and then you get up closer to that inch as you head farther down to the southwest, down Highway 44. So there's a lot of bumps here to get to these warmer temperatures next week. But we're going to get through it. Cinco de Mayo here on Friday. Your showers, some rumbles of thunder. Highly unlikely we'd see severe weather anywhere close to us on Friday in this setup. 77 Thursday, 68 on Friday. We're back into the mid to upper 70s Saturday. Most of Saturday is dry. Sunday, yes, there's a chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Does not look like an all-day rain. Should be back into the mid-80s and mid-80s going through much of next week. Finally making the turn and feeling a little more like Memorial Day versus feeling like Easter.
I love that. Thanks for the good news, Scott. Sports is coming up. Frank?
And if you didn't think it could get worse for the last place Cardinals, you were wrong. Well, we have some good news. A great Hall of Fame class, and Ted Lasso is in our sportscast. Stick around.
The Sports Desk is sponsored by Jim Butler Chevrolet, the Midwest's #1 Chevy dealer 10 years running.
I have never seen it this bad ever in St. Louis, ever. I mean, this is a game you have to win. You hit Shohei Ohtani, you had the lead, end the losing streak right now. Instead, the boos at Busch Stadium were the loudest ever. I thought we were in Philadelphia, and every one of those boos is justified. Started off so well, too. Nolan Gorman, imagine this thrill, taking Ohtani deep, 418 feet, 1-0 Cardinals. Ohtani will get it back, though, with one of his 3 base hits, and the Angels go back on top 2-1. Then in the 4th inning, Dylan Carlson, who came in hitting 200 from the left side, takes Ohtani deep again, a 2-run shot, 4-3 Cardinals. Ohtani did strike out 13 in 5 innings. Don't understand this. Ryan Helsley walked off the mound in the 8th inning with just 10 pitches, didn't return. Giovanni Gallegos came on, and Jake Lamb will tie the game with this blast. And then Mike Trout will win the game with this blast. The Cardinals are 10-21 after a 6-4 loss. Ali on taking out Helsley.
You bring in Helsley, he does his job, punches him out, goes and gets the next inning, and it's easy to sit here and say, why not send him back out? Well, that's easy once you see what happens. Gio, I mean, he's punching out the world in April, lefty, righty. So you tell me what the problem is with Gio finishing that game. Okay. So if you think other people are more frustrated than within these walls, you're crazy.
So the Ohtani experience lived up to the hype today at Busch, and he attracted quite a crowd, about 20 media members or so, just on hand to cover every move from the Angel superstar. So what's it like to be teammates with the most famous baseball player in the world, and how does he handle the spotlight?
St. Louis fans, I know you want your team to win, but also enjoy the talent, you can respect that this guy is doing things that haven't been done since Babe Ruth. It comes with it, just because there's so many kids and people that look up to someone like Ohtani.
I'm on the Red Ribbon Committee for the Cardinals Hall of Fame, and as soon as I saw David Freese's name pop on the ballot this year, I knew it was game, set, match. Nobody else had a chance. He only hit 44 homers for the Cardinals. Ron Gant hit 83, and Ryan Ludwig hit 84. But Freese hit one of the more important homers in Cardinals history, that blast in the 2011 World Series. He was majestic the entire postseason, 1,600 OPS in the NLCS and 1,100 OPS in the World Series. Jose Oquendo was the organizational selection. He also had a big postseason homer in the 1987 NLCS. Jose, 10 years as a player and another 17 years as a great coach. Max Lanier also got into the Hall of Fame. The lefty helped the Cardinals to 2 world championships. You likely have heard the name Ted Lasso. Jason Sudeikis plays the fictional football coach from Kansas who became a soccer coach in the Premier League. It's Apple TV's #1 show.
Regarding my panic attacks, I've had more psychotic episodes than Twin Peaks.
Well, today at Westport, there was a Ted Lasso impersonator for AIM's 9th annual leadership conference. Now take a look at Donnie Campbell. He was Sudeikis' high school coach at Overland Park in Kansas. Really good basketball player, too. And a crowd of about 600 got to hear the coach, who Sudeikis has said he based his character on.
I can't believe that I coached Jason Sudeikis, and I'm seeing those same life lessons applied to a show about a football soccer coach. It's just surreal. It's humbling. It's unbelievable.
And we will have much more on this story Sunday night on Sports Plus at 10:30 about their incredible relationship.
Looking forward to it.
I think everybody on this team is watching Ted Lasso.
Yes.
We talk about it all the time. Well, the first nomination is the sweetest. The big honor tonight for Missouri's own Sheryl Crow.
All I wanna do is have some fun.
The pride of Kennett, Missouri is headed to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Sheryl Crow joins the likes of Willie Nelson, Kate Bush, Missy Elliott, George Michael, and the Spinners for the 2023 class. The induction ceremony will take place in November.
Well, you know Nelly, he's from the Lou, but you can meet him at the fairs this summer. Today it was announced he'll perform at the Illinois State Fair in Springfield on August 20th. Tickets go on sale Friday. And then Nelly will perform at the Missouri State Fair 2 days prior. That will be on August 18th.
It's Strawberry Fields Forever, not the song. We're talking about Eckert's in Belleville. Starting Saturday, you can pick your own strawberries daily from 9 until 5. Reservations are available online. The annual Strawberry Festival returns the weekend of May 13th through Memorial Day weekend.
And there you have it. 5 on your side at 10. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is next.
Please start your day with Today in St. Louis. It starts at 4 a.m. and have a great tomorrow.